welcome everybody to DiceNDerps Emberfall character creation. I am here with Kao, Prylor, and DM Mondo here on Big 5-0. Take it away, man. This is gonna be fun. I'm super excited. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm a dungeon master.
Things and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do a character creation for the Emberfall campaign. And if you got your Roll20 open, I mean, you can see the Emberfall region or today's facsimile of it.
Yeah.
And you'll have character sheets now in your journals in Roll20 that you can open up if you'd like. We're gonna do the standard array.
Yeah.
And you all got that handout. So who would like to go first?
Bacon.
Okay, I can go first. You bastard. Okay, so I know I need to get open the players.
Just in case,
not the handbook.
You pick exactly what I.
You can switch it up. You can switch it.
I'm staying with it.
I don't think I'm gonna be playing what you're playing, but I will need the. What was it? The compendium, the second one with the Genasi. I need the Genasi stuff. Not the same. I can tell by the face. It's not the same. Ooh. So we're good to go. What one is it? What is the Genasi in the book?
It's
PDF.
The Elemental Evil, the Player's Guide to Elemental Evil from Princes of the Apocalypse.
Player's Guide. Get that up.
So when I open my character sheet, all I got is bio and info.
Yeah, the character sheet tab should be right next to it.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either on mine.
Is there a way to make it so we can edit it?
Oh, wait, yep.
No.
Dude, this is insane. Just government, economy, taverns, and... Alright. This is awesome. Okay, so I know I need that. Let me scroll down to my dude, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone should have editing there.
How do we get to whatever we're supposed
to? What?
20?
Oh, to end Roll20?
On the right.
Box, so.
Yeah. If you just see a black box right now, refresh your screen. You should be seeing the map. But I was having trouble with the Fog of War, which I don't normally use, but it was on, so I had to turn it off.
I'm still seeing black as well.
Me too. I refreshed.
But to get to the character sheet, on the top right, there's like a chat bubble, journal, an eye. Oh, there we go. It loaded, yeah. If you hit the journal, and then click on KO, it should pop open your player journal. Or, yeah. All right. I like it so far. I could be like, I want to go there. I'm from there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of information in that player's guide thing that isn't even necessarily important, but it helps if you want to be like, well, where am I from? What goes on in this area? Because I'm going to want to know what you're doing in Emberfall, and you just be like, I don't know, I'm just in Emberfall. But if you have an idea of what happens in the area, a little bit of history, it gives you something to work with to come up with a bit of a backstory.
Yeah. Is he talking to us?
I think he's trying to.
Oh, my mic was muted, sorry.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that will do it. So I'm looking at the Genasi stuff right now. Mm-hmm. My question is, because I actually don't know. It says Genasi traits and then fire Genasi traits. So is there a way, like, if I wanted to pick just Genasi and not an element? Or, like, how does that work? Is it both combined? Or how... Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's Genasi traits and it says ability score. Your Constitution score is increased by 2, but if you choose Fire Genasi, it's your Intelligence score is increased by 1. Are those added together, or is it just the one
together? I think the Genasi is like the base, and then when you pick the sub race, you get that, or the classification or whatever, fire, water, or wind, earth.
Yeah,
you get that added on.
Oh, sick. Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
here it is.
Cool. And the standard array, and I did not come prepared. The standard array is 15,
14, 13, 12, 10, and 8.
Okay. Well, as I'm gonna do a monk as well, so we're getting crazy. Is that what you're gonna do?
Is everybody a monk?
That'd be fun. So that was my idea, but I also said at the beginning that I would fill to what was needed. So I guess I can.
You're a monk, huh?
Okay.
It's cool.
Okay.
Everybody be monks, and then just me as the rogue. It'll be great.
Yeah. All right. So I think monks want. Actually, don't know. Dex and
wisdom, I think.
Yeah, wisdom's a good one to have.
Okay.
Because your armor class, unless you decide to wear armor, which you could do.
Your
armor class is going to be based on your dex and your wisdom.
All right. Let me grab my book so I'm not being retarded. Where's my book? There it is.
I've got all my books at arm's reach.
My player handbook so that I can actually read through.
Arms reach. I didn't have tiny keyboards.
Mine was close, just the desk was blocking it. So
mine are really close because they're all PDFs.
Do you like the PDFs? I don't like having.
I don't like the PDFs.
I'd rather have a book. I don't know.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't retain as much when reading a PDF.
Yeah, I hear that.
Than when I'm holding a physical book. It seems strange.
Yeah, anything I buy, I immediately get the PDF because it's easier to work with on the computer. But I love my books.
Yeah, you jump to a page just by.
And I can copy and paste stuff if I need.
Yep.
Okay, so I will put the 15, right? Cinder Ray starts with 15. The 15 in dexterity.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best bet.
14 in wisdom then. And then 12 is next, right?
13.
13? Okay.
Yep.
What do I want to be good at? I think I am going to put my. I'm gonna put my.
And if you want,
my 8
also
in
think about where your
intelligence.
bonuses are going to go too. Yeah, because if you want your intelligence to be a dump stat, that's cool.
Yeah, it probably will be just from what I had figured my backstory would be. Probably didn't have like traditional schooling or any type of like. It's more like live off the land type stuff.
I never learned to read.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just
you can read with
this works.
Intelligence, just not. You're not reading War and Peace.
Yeah. So I have 13.
Or you are, but you're not understanding it.
So I'll do 13 in Constitution. And then it's 11 my next one. And then 10, right? Or is it 10?
12 and then... Wait, it's 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8.
Yeah, okay,
1,
I
2,
got...
3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there I got it. So I got 12 strength, 15 dex, con 13, intelligence 8, wisdom 14, and charisma 10.
Cool.
And then, let's see. I got to do my Genasi trait stuff. So, like you said, I'm doing both the Constitution for the Genasi. Constitution going up by 2, and then also my intelligence going up by 1 for Fire Genasi. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll add that then.
Yeah, con by 2 and Fire Genasi. Where you at, Fire Genasi?
It's like right below it, yeah. Or to the right.
Intelligence up by 1.
Okay. So a little bit smarter there. And then I can add all that sub-race stuff and fire resistance and things like that later.
Yeah, now if you go into the sheet settings, because they've changed the sheets, do you know how to set up the for the armor class if you're using like your con or your whiz?
No, I actually haven't even looked at the new sheet since they updated them. So,
okay, if you go into the sheet settings there,
yeah, there,
and then center column where it says armor class tracking.
Yep.
You got custom there. Yep. And then so it'll be you just put your dex. Yep, you got it. Dex
cool.
and whiz.
Yeah.
And then that'll
14 ain't so bad.
I was yelling about it for a couple of days how like they didn't have that set up in there, and then I looked in the settings and I was like, oh wait, maybe if I did this. And I was like, shit. I guess they did know what they were doing.
Yeah. All right. What's next from me? Prylor, I'm actually surprised that you were going to do a monk. I chose monk off my the second one that I wasn't going to do because I didn't think anyone would pick it. So then if I could play whatever I wanted, that's what I was going to do.
I was bouncing around for a while, and somehow I landed on monk.
Yeah,
I liked when he wanted to be an arcane archer. That sounded cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought of that.
That's the next one. So what's next? I got to do. So my hit points is 8 plus my con to start, right?
Yep.
So I'm at 10. Man, you're just so weak at level 1. Scary.
And then you'll want to choose a background because that's going to give you some of your skills and other stuff.
Yeah, I think I had. I can't remember what it was. What I was going to do. I think I was going to do, like Outlander sort of, but But then I was like, I grew up in the city sort of, so I don't know how much. That's going to do some stuff.
Well, I mean, we could say that city was like pretty far away.
Yeah,
and,
right.
You know, definitely has like a lot of different customs and.
Yeah.
You know, they use the 3 seashells in the bathroom, and nobody else would know what that was.
Yeah, right.
Clamping, 1 for scraping.
I remember I
That seems
chose
so
one and I was
uncomfortable.
like, ooh, you know what I was going to do? I was actually going to do Entertainer. That's the one that I was going to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
An entertainer.
Oh, you know, there's also I don't know if anyone has
Fire
seen
Dancer, bro?
or access to the
One of the Dalai Lamas loved puns.
the latest book, the Tomb of Annihilation. There are 2 new backgrounds in there: archaeologist and anthropologist.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But I think I'm going to go with Entertainer. Just because if he's traveling from place to place to make some money, he's probably had to adapt. And he's a fire genasi, he can do some stuff maybe. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I'll go with the chaotic neutral. So I will automatically gain proficiency in acrobatics and performance.
So, where's another place I can get more backgrounds other than the player's handbook? Is there any Unearthed Arcana ones?
I don't believe so. There are some in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
All right, I had that somewhere.
No, there's not one in Volo's Guide.
All right, so let's see here. Then I'm gonna go with my other choose 2 between acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. I already have acrobatics, so I'll probably do stealth and athletics. That's what I'll probably do. Yeah. And how are you doing the items and stuff when you go to equipment? Is it just, are we choosing it? Are you making us buy it? Like, what's your way of doing that, Mondo?
It really depends on you. If you want to roll up your gold and buy your own stuff, like that's fine.
Okay.
If you just want to choose what they give you based on your background and your class, that's also fine. It's completely up to you.
Okay. Cool. I'll probably just choose because it'll be easier and I don't have to do math and things.
What I would recommend that I've been finding when you do your equipment, if you're going to drag and drop into the equipment list, anything that is not consumable or that doesn't have an effect on anything else in your character sheet, like your weapons or your armor, like put the rest of your equipment in like unlike in your bio screen or something.
Yeah.
Under treasure, just because it seems that once you hit like a certain amount of slots in your equipment, it doesn't want to take anymore.
Right, you mean like the Explorer's Pack and stuff like that?
Right, so if you start putting your bedroll in there and all this other stuff, like the things that you might want in there that have an effect on your character sheet aren't going to show up.
Right. Cool. So I think it says a short sword or any simple weapon, I'm probably going to take the quarterstaff.
Yeah, quarterstaff is a good choice because you got the option to do versatile.
Yeah. So we will do that. And then, let's see, what else? Dungeoneer's Pack or Explorers. I'm going to take I think it makes the most sense that I would take an Explorer's Pack. And then it looks like 10 darts is where I'm at. So, let's go darts. And I'll add the Explorer's Pack to the other side while these guys will be doing their stuff. I'll do all the other typing things well. So I can mute my mic then. How many key points do I get? Is it key? Is that what it's called? Key?
Yeah. I don't think you get any. I think I'm just not going to let you have any. No, yeah, just start with.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is second level, yeah.
Yeah, second level you start getting that.
Okay. Cool. And then do I get anything else that I need to mark down as an entertainer? I don't think so. I think I can add everything else. And do you want me to do anything like I don't know, any other questions that you want to ask me specifically that you want me to write down or do anything there?
No, you got your alignment in there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll definitely want to come up with some traits.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But I mean, that doesn't even have to be like out of the book for the background or anything. I mean, you could just, come up with your own stuff or mix and match from other things that you feel flavor your character the way you want.
Yeah.
No, I'd say that's probably that would probably be it. Have you used the new features and traits thing yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't used any of the new stuff. Did they add the personality traits and stuff to it?
No, but I mean the other, like your monk stuff, like you got where it says features and traits. They've now got this thing here where you can open it up. You put in your, the name of the feature, the source, whether it's racial, feat, or class, the source type. You can enter that in, and then you can type in whatever it is it does. But it's cool because it'll collapse it into like a smaller thing, so you can get a lot of information in this box.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And it won't take up that much room.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely start typing some stuff in. I just want these guys to be able to go, and then I can type away while you guys are deciding on what you guys want to do. Cool. What do I roll for my gold?
If you're just taking the standard equipment, it's going to be it'll be in your background, like how much gold you'll have on top of your equipment.
Cool.
Like an entertainer, I think starts at like 15 or something like that, maybe even a little more, because they're assuming you're making some money entertaining.
Yeah. All right, I'll figure that out.
Okay, cool.
Cool. I'll let you guys. Who's going next?
Yeah, who's up?
I think Ko knows what she's doing.
Okay. And that's going to be you, Ophelia?
Ophelia, yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's the same thing, starting just with your ability scores. Now, I know you had said that you were pretty new to Roll20 and stuff. Like, how new are you to Dungeons and Dragons?
The last time I played was probably like 14 years ago. Second edition.
Damn.
I touched.
Damn.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I still can't edit my character sheet.
Let me pull it back up again. Maybe I didn't click. No, I didn't. Damn it. Save. There we go.
I'm gonna ask you later on as well of what names I should have for my character, because I'm not sure, and I think you may help me with the lore.
Whatever it says in the thing, doesn't it? Or
Does it?
Else? I thought so. I could have been dreaming.
Maybe I
So-
passed over that mist. Anyways, back to your.
Why don't you just make your character now, considering I still don't know how to do this?
It's no. You do yours.
Okay, so
Was that the voice we were gonna hear, Prylor? Was that
No.
so what do I do with my character sheet beyond this?
Okay, just put your ability scores where you might want them. Change the 10 to whatever it is they're going to be. Like, starting with the 15, which would probably for you be Dex.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot what
And so you haven't played since second edition. Like, strength can now be a dump stat. Because as a rogue, you'll be using finesse weapons, which use your Dex mod instead of your strength mod. I'm not saying make strength your dump stat.
Okay, we lost your cam. Sorry to cut you off. We lost your cam.
Oh. My
You're good.
internet has been dipping since yesterday. Sorry.
Stupid internet.
Yeah. Stupid Comcast.
Yeah, the strength's no longer as important as it once was, like back in the earlier editions.
Okay.
Yeah, because as long as you use weapons that use your dex instead of your strength, there's a lot of people walking around with like an 8 strength right now. And they're absolutely cool with that because they're still deadly.
Am I doing that right then?
Yes.
Okay. 13, 12, 10, and 8. Yeah, good.
Cool. And you've already got your other stuff up in there. Your first level rogue, halflings.
Honey people.
So your hit point max, you're going to start out with 9 because you start out with 8 plus your con bonus. And then you can just choose your skills next. Would probably not be a bad idea. And you get a bunch of skills. Because I think a rogue, you start with the 2 from your background, and then I think the rogue chooses like 4 from whatever the rogue can choose from. And then 2 of them you get expertise in, which means double your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so my background is Haunted 1, Arcana, Investigation, Religion, or Survival. So I will choose Survival.
So I get to choose a musical instrument, and I might take the bagpipes.
There you go.
I need to get the stream deck and get a button pressed, so whenever I play it, I can just hit that button. It would just be someone playing the bagpipes.
The first use of his hand.
Oh, man. All right, continue.
Let's see, so 4 from... Oh, okay. Sleight of hand. We good then? On that?
I think you need one more. You got because you get 4 from the rogue, and you should have 2 from your.
Haunted 1 says choose one of. Unless I'm looking at like an old version of Haunted 1, because I don't have the book it's for. I just have the PDF of it.
Let me look that up really quick. Yeah, because usually they give you with a background, you almost always get 2 skills, and then languages and tools they kind of break down like differently.
Because of Thrall. I'd love to play a Ravenloft campaign. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, the download I just got from Wizards gives you 2 from Arcana, Investigation, Religion, and Survival.
So I'm gonna choose Investigation. Well, no, less. Yeah, okay. Kind of worth it. Even though it's intelligence based. Survival is wisdom though, so maybe Hmm. Arcana would be. Meh, I'm happy with my choices.
And then you get you've also got thieves tools. That's one of your skills, not skills, like your tool skills.
Okay.
So you can enter that in your underneath your passive wisdom. You got the little toolbox there, and let me look that up real quick. I wonder if you can drag and drop thieves tools into there. You want to find out?
Sure.
Okay. Next to where the journal is on the right hand side, the menu there with the chat and all that.
Yes.
You should have the letter I, like in the circle there. Yeah, click on that and type in thieves tools.
I don't even know how to spell.
Me either.
I put it in my equipment.
Okay, try to drag them now to like your tool proficiencies as well. Drag it there as well. See if it pops up in there.
Nope, it just goes directly to the.
Okay, yeah, all right. If you click that little lock underneath that second thieves tools. Yeah, there you go. All right, so yeah, so you can just type in thieves tools. Your proficiency would be Dex. Oh no, your proficiency would be proficient. Change that proficient to see if there's when you click on it, if there's a drop down that gives you expertise.
Yes.
Not okay. So if you want expertise in the thieves tools, you can take that. So you can have expertise in one skill and the thieves tools, or you can just leave your proficiency in thieves tools alone and take the extra bonus in 2 skills as opposed to just 1 skill.
Okay, so just leave the proficiency bonus as proficient and attribute dexterity?
Yeah.
And is that done there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Then what?
Okay. So if you click on the little gear again, that'll close that up. Yep, there you go. And then up top, underneath where it says experience points and such, next to where it says spells, you got the little gear there to go into the sheet settings. And then in the center column at the bottom, you've got all of your skills there again. You can switch the 2 that you want to take as expertise from normal to expertise.
Oh. Halfling luck.
Oh, yeah, and you want to click that halfling luck thing.
I love
yeah, you
halfling
definitely
luck.
want to do that. Yes.
Okay, so the poison and sleight of hand. Yeah, like that.
Yup.
Is that good? And wow, neat, nice, awesome.
Yeah. Now, when you're selecting your weapons and other things, you'll drag them into your equipment, and if it's a weapon, your armor will automatically adjust your armor class. If it's a weapon, it'll automatically if you put it in your equipment list, it'll automatically put an attack in the attacks and spellcasting above that. Yeah, you probably picked a lock there. Unless it was a really good lock.
So, can I do that?
Yes, now you should see your dagger up in the attacks and spellcasting as well.
Okay.
And when you click on that, it'll give you your dagger attack.
Wow, Roll20 is actually a lot more neat than I thought it was.
It's fantastic. I love it. When I first started using it, I just was like, well, this is a good way for all of us to, me and my brothers to play together and just like, be able to put tokens on a thing. And then like I just kept finding more and more features, and then I was like, wow, I've got to give these people money for more features.
Yeah, and definitely doing work.
I think once they release the player's handbook, I think you're going to be able to drag and drop like racial and class features into the features and traits thing. It doesn't work yet, but I think that's what they're gearing up towards.
What's the difference between a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack?
The things in them.
Well, yes. Also, it says I start with this entire long list of equipment. Should I just drag and drop all that to my inventory then? Or are you gonna limit me on what I start with? Because it seems like a lot of stuff.
Well, some of it is options. Like for instance, like all right, rogue. Let me pull rogue up here.
And then the equipment in my background. What's that?
And that's one of the things I talked to you about in Discord is you might not necessarily want all of the equipment in your background because it's a lot of like monster hunting type things.
Yeah,
like,
I don't really want anything in my background. Just the background. Except for the trinket of special significance. But I don't have the gothic trinkets table.
All right, so your equipment, you start with a rapier or a short sword.
Okay, I chose short sword.
A short bow and a quiver of 20 arrows or a short sword. So it's like if you wanted 2 short swords, like that's where you would grab your second one unless you want that short bow.
Do I, what is can I dual wield or do I need to take a feat for that? Or is there like a giant penalty? And I can do it anyway.
There's not a giant penalty. You can dual wield. You can use your bonus action to attack with your second weapon as long as it's as long as you've got a light weapon in both hands without like having to take a feat or anything like that. You will not get your damage bonus from hitting something with the offhand weapon.
Okay.
But yeah, you can dual wield.
Okay, because I was gonna choose swashbuckler when the time came, so 2 swords might be better than 1. And then
yeah, and then of course the thing with a dual wielding rogue, I mean, not that it's a bad thing, but it's like that then you've got that choice between like whether you want to use that second, you want to use that bonus action to attack something, or if you want to use it to do your cunning action, which lets you disengage or dash or do other stuff. Rogues are pretty deadly. They're pretty good.
They have options too.
Yeah, especially with the. Never mind.
Rogues are dicks.
yeah, that's why I like them. So I can also get on top of my 2 swords, I get 2 daggers.
Yep.
Why do I have 4 swords? I don't need this. That's so many. What do you think is the better pack option?
Well, I think like the Dungeoneers pack comes with like a crowbar and some like that kind of tools stuff. The Explorers pack is basically just like food, torch, bedroll, water, normal stuff. I think most of them come with all that. I think it's just like
I think they all come with like 50 feet of rope as well.
Yeah, they're really. I don't know if there's like a really strategic like what pack is better than the rest. Like the only thing I could think of is like if you think you might want to break into something, take the Dungeoneers pack because then at least you have a crowbar. But
well, you also get that with the Burglars pack, and you also get a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Oh, dude.
10 feet of string, a bell. You get like a lot of little things like, for the Burglars pack, like if you want to
do
set...
that Home Alone thing, someone's chasing throw him on the ground.
That kid was messed up, dude. He was. Like, instead of just calling the cops, he just decided to torture these poor people.
Yep.
Bastard.
Kevin McAllister is a psychopath.
Kevin McAllister.
Okay, is the quiver something I need to bring to my inventory as well?
No, you can just put 20 arrows and you know, I'm the kind of DM who's just going to be like, I'm assuming they're in a quiver. I'm not going to be like, so I see you have 20 arrows and you don't have a quiver. What are you doing with them?
They're in my pocket.
Yeah. Should I unselect one of the daggers as having an attack? Because it seems. Because I was thinking I could dual wield a dagger and a short sword. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Yep.
Yeah. So I took the bow instead. Be sneaky. And then I think I want the burglar's pack because that sounds cool. Because that's not how you spell burglar at all. Oh my god, it weighs 45 pounds. It weighs more than me! Like in game.
You're a strong hobbit. I mean, halfling.
Wrong you. Okay.
My bad.
I was yelling about hobbits last night. Sort of. Not about hobbits. I was yelling about the Lord of the Rings last night.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed
Yeah. Right, but it makes sense, right? What are they doing singing?
Having a good time.
Get your ass after those hobbits. Singing to the winds. Jesus Christ.
Who was singing other ones? Where was it?
After Boromir dies at the end of the first book, Lord of the Rings,
yeah,
they open up the second book. Like here I go again. Merry and Pippin have been kidnapped by orcs. Frodo and Sam have fucked off with the One Ring, and they take all this time to honor the dead body of Boromir, and they sing songs to the winds. And I'm just like, what are they doing? You need to go save those hobbits, man.
Yeah, it's I could see that being a problem.
At least in the movie, they were just like, well, look, throw them in a boat. We'll throw the boat over a waterfall, and we'll start running. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in the books, they just no, let's sing for a while.
Probably
a trip caught up to those hobbits in 5 minutes. Holy shit, let's go.
Yeah, we'll attribute that to Tolkien being a romantic.
Is that what that was?
I mean, kind of, right? I
don't know.
Somebody who's just super into the relationships of people, and for instance, if you're with your buddies or with somebody, I don't know. We could talk about this forever.
Mondo's gonna just throw you over a waterfall if you die, and peace out.
Yeah.
If I have to save someone else, yeah. Or I'd go save Merry and Pippin and then come back and be like, well, I saved you, Merry and Pippin. You're going to help me sing songs to Boromir.
Yeah, and Pippin's the best singer, right? So you got to go get the best singer. Exactly. He was taken.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, they didn't even consider that. They're like, we need to get him back here so he can sing to Boromir.
Well, that would have been my pitch, but...
Do I drag and drop the leather armor to myself too, yeah?
Yes. And then you'll see it'll automatically bump your armor class up.
Nice. So what else?
Oh, and then you'll definitely need to you got to do more with your halfling. You got to choose a sub race, if you want to be a stout, Lightfoot, stout, or Ghostwise. Ooh.
I really want to be Ghostwise, can I?
Yeah.
How? Where do I put that?
All right, so you would just use the basic Hobbit stats or Halfling stats at first.
Killing my people.
And then the Ghostwise is in the Sword Coast book.
I think I have that somewhere.
I've got it in my hands. I'll tell you what your bump is, and that also gives you a little bit of telepathy as well.
Yes, which is nice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can speak to you with my mind.
Oh God.
I can kill them with mind bullets.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Ghostwise is my favorite flavor of halfling.
It'd be really creepy. Hey, you. Dude.
You hear a tickling in the back of your head. When's breakfast?
The way you said that was scary.
It was good.
Yeah.
Smart, Andy.
Oh gosh, that would be a spectacle. That'd be pretty insane. You just see 4 nerds doing it online, but just whispering their D&D stuff. Oh man, that'd be weird.
They're all talking to each other
There's a niche market
through their
for that, though.
minds.
Yeah, very niche.
I think half
There we
of my
go.
chat would love that.
Ghost-wise, you get the additional bump of 1 to your whiz.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's silent speech. You can speak telepathically to any creature within 30 feet of you.
Nice.
And they understand you if you share a language.
So just should I just bump my 8 to a 9 then, or is there like somewhere in like?
No, yeah, just bump your 8 to a 9. And then what, your dex goes up by 2, I think, right? As a halfling?
Yeah. So should I bump that up to 17 then?
Yep.
Oh, that's delicious. Good. I love me. I added in my languages.
Yeah, and then your other features and traits, your other stuff, you can add like all that in like in the features and traits column. And if you open up, like if you click the plus button and just open up one of those, you'll see where, I mean, it looks like you got it. I probably really don't even need to explain it. You've got this.
I'm gonna probably need to hold my hand a little bit more.
No worries.
I'll hold your hand at TwitchCon. It's cool.
I'm gonna fight you. Don't worry. that laugh. Can you sneeze for us, Bacon?
Yeah, see you. And then if you click on where it says telepathy again, it'll, yeah, see, it'll, so even if you had like a long trait there or something, like you could type all that out and not worry about it taking up a lot of room. I really like the new sheets.
That's cool.
So aside from entering your other traits and stuff, I mean, I think that's all you need to do as far as that concerns. You know, pick your personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws, etc. Whatever you want to do there. Your speed, I think your starting speed is 25 as a yeah, your base speed's 25 as a halfling.
Oops, 26. There. Okay, so aside from like the deeper character stuff, everything technically is done.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, aside from putting in your features and everything. Yeah, no worries.
Alrighty then.
All right, so moving right along.
All right. Does that mean it's my turn?
Oh,
Or is it
yes.
Nif? Where's Nif?
Where's Nif?
Get Nif here.
Oh, just dang.
So yeah, I'm going to be a monk as my class,
Cool.
and as my race, I'm gonna do the dire elf.
Nice.
I did roll for this, and I rolled for elf first, and then I rolled for sub was a race and got that.
Yep.
Mondo, when
So-
did you make this? When did you make the Dire Elf? Was it for this specifically, or have you had it in your games for a long time?
I've had it in my game since shortly after 5e came out.
Oh, okay, so for a while then.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So
So you need to pick a dire elf subrace as well, like whether you're going to be like orc blood, you know, where you
elf.
favor the elf blood. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm gonna be elf blood, which hold on, I'll pull up that PDF here in a sec. I had it here a sec ago. Yeah, ability score for what is it? Their orc blood dire elves are 1 to Constitution score. Is that correct? Or from the, oh, never mind. Wait.
You get something for just being a dire elf in general, and then I think it's, what is it, a bonus to your dex because of the...
From their elvish blood, they add 1 to either intelligence or wisdom score.
Okay, there you go.
So I get a 1 to my Constitution and 1 to Wisdom. And then by picking the Elf Blood, I get a 1 to Dex as well. Correct?
I believe so. I'm pulling up my PDF now here. Yeah, but that sounds right. Yeah, one to. Yeah, so you get just before you even pick the sub race, you get 1 on your con and 1 to either intelligence or wisdom. So you get 2 there before you even pick your sub race, and then from your sub race you choose the
Dex.
Right.
Or I think it's either strength or more con. Probably strength. All right, so I'm gonna put my strength at 12. My dexterity 16. Hold on. Oh, my maths. I had to move something. That was a 14. That'll go to 15. You said 1 more to con. All right. Those look right to you? Am I doing everything correctly? I think the math adds up.
Yeah, I think it does. Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
it looks right. Yep.
Anything that you're going to be like, oh, that's stupid. He shouldn't do that.
No, yeah. For the monk, you definitely want that dex and whiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah. You said
cool.
some people are using strength as a dump stat.
Yeah, a lot of with the finesse weapon options. Yeah, a lot of people are using dex strength as a dump stat because you get the like even if they're going to be a regular fighter, they're just like, well, I'm going to use the rapier and a dagger because they're finesse weapons, and this way I can like dump my strength because the dex will give you the bonus to hit and to the armor class.
And to the armor, yeah. If you have a certain armor that bumps up through dex, yeah.
Yep.
So, do I get anything else from that class right off the bat that I need to write down right now?
No, just features. I mean, you get the dark vision and stuff, and the you're menacing, so you have you have proficiency in intimidation automatically.
Yeah.
Because you are menacing.
But I'm beautiful as well.
Beautifully menacing.
Yes. It's like, God, I'm terrified of this person, but he's so good looking.
That's how most of my chat feels about me.
It's intimidation. All right, and I think I'm gonna go with the background of City Watch from the Sword Coast Adventure. Investigator.
Okay, cool.
So, I don't know what I should type there. Just City Watch, and we'll know that it's Investigator, or
all
should I
of
just
it.
put in? I can't type all of it. It's not big enough.
That's what she said.
You could put the investigator in your in the bio, like
Okay.
put that you're an investigator and put the investigator stuff. In your features and traits in that right column, I mean, you can put your feature in there, like background feature in there, and that'll also help you. Well, not that you'll need help, but,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, like that's where you can put your background feature.
And I get athletics and insight from City Watch. A uniform in the style, indicative of your rank. A horn with which to summon help. A set of manacles, and a pouch retaining 10 gold. I can come back and add that stuff later. The main part was the athletics and insight. And do I, you want to lead me through what the monk gets me?
What does a monk get you?
Yeah, as far as skills and stuff.
Punchy hands.
Punchy hands.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have to have like a boxing match or something. We're vastly different people.
Under the character background for Haunted One, the feature Heart of Darkness. Yeah? Like, I add that to my stuff too?
Yeah, Heart of Darkness is awesome.
Okay. And then,
Uh-oh.
You know, especially if your
Harrowing
DM
event.
is cool like me and who loves Heart of Darkness, where it's like, you you basically go up to commenters and you're just like, will you please help me? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you look haunted. I will help you.
You're so cute and tiny. I'll help you. And then Harrowing Event is my backstory. Yeah?
Yeah, and you can just pick whichever one matches with your, with what you got there. So for the monk, your skills, you would choose 2 from acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, or stealth.
All right, you got. Say it one more time. Acrobatics.
Sure.
What?
Acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth.
I'm going to do stealth.
You always got to do stealth, man. Stealth check, perception, stealth check.
Stealth. Do I not get a bonus to? Or I get advantage on insight checks, don't I, with my character or class?
Through investigation or through?
Not my class, my race, I believe. There was something on the distrusting or untrusting.
Saving throws, yeah. Through,
okay. I already have insight, so.
Yeah, innate distrust. You advantage on saving throws against deception and persuasion.
Okay, perception. All right.
Yeah, because you don't trust anyone anyway. So it's like, just when someone's trying to deceive you, it's like, even if they were telling you the truth, you wouldn't believe them.
Yeah, you kind of. Yeah, you question everything.
Exactly.
So I went with acrobatics and stealth.
Cool.
All right. And how does the weaponry work for a monk?
It's all simple weapons or short sword.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I add these things?
Okay, so from the compendium, next to the journal in Roll20, you can just you type in whatever it is you want to add there, and you just slide it over to your equipment list, and if it's a weapon, it'll automatically populate it in your attacks.
All right. Would it be under, say, items? Or do I just type in exactly what I want?
I would just type in exactly what you want. It's just quicker.
All right.
But basically, any simple weapon can be used as a monk weapon. You can flavor it how you like. I mean, like, if you have like 10 darts, you can say the shurikens, or throwing knives, or little tiny action figures that I throw into people's faces.
Where would there be a list of simple weapons on? It's the player's handbook.
Yeah, the player's handbook has under weapons and stuff. It has like what's the martial weapons and what are.
I'll find you the page, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yep. Throwing blah blah blah.
Hey, just a question, Mondo. Under Chapter 5 for equipment, it says starting wealth and it's by class. Are we rolling this? Because it says monk is a 5d4 for gold pieces. Or are we just taking what's in our background? It's totally fine either way. Just curious.
Yeah, well, no, you can just choose which one of those you want to do.
Either the starting or the background gold.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably just roll since I could potentially have more.
I don't have the full background for Haunted Ones, so I only have just like the preview because I don't have Curse of Strahd. It's the one supplement I did for
I have the fucking same. Cool. 15 gold.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just like for my harrowing event. Where should I put that, or should I just lump that into my bio?
You can put that in your bio.
Okay.
Interesting. So the quarterstaff you can use versatile, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one reason why I took it was because, well, one, I think it goes with my person, but that two, it's versatile, so I can.
And
use
do
stacks.
I get one weapon?
Yeah, one. You can choose a short sword or any simple weapon. So, but I think even if you couldn't, it says. I guess it depends on what is considered a monk weapon, but I think all simple weapons are monk. So under martial arts, which is your a level 1 thing, you can use any simple weapon as versatile. I think that's how I read it anyway. You can use dexterity instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of your unarmed strikes and monk weapons.
I just dropped
something.
that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say I just dropped that other Haunted One character background into the Discord.
Cool.
So you're saying you can, as a monk, I can just use.
That's how I read it, but that's up to
simple
Mondo.
weapons as finesse. Do you know about that, Mondo, or how does that work?
I was looking up a Haunted One. What was the question?
Bacon said there was something where you can use any simple weapon as a finesse weapon as a monk.
Well, it says so under martial arts, the first bullet point is you can use dexterity instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of your unarmed strikes and monk weapons. I assume because it gave you the option between short sword or simple weapons, that simple weapons would be considered monk weapons. But maybe, yeah. So then I would assume that all simple weapons you could use as versatile to
Well, not versatile, but
finesse. Sorry.
You know,
use
as a finesse for your right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then aesthetically, I think a monk with a quarterstaff just
It makes
is
sense.
badass.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So I will go with that.
And I want to ask another question. I wish I could show everybody this map, but I don't have it set up. Did you make this?
Yes, I used incarnate.com to make this. I'm trying to draw one currently because this doesn't have quite the ability to do what I want with it.
Sure, it looks awesome though.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So I put the quarterstaff in equipment or attacks and spell casting?
in equipment, because once you drop it into your equipment, it's automatically
it's
going to
already-
go into your. Yep. Yeah, any weapons, it'll automatically put them in your attacks.
Yes, that's awesome. What else do I get with a monk?
At first level, not really much. We'll get key starting at second level, and we'll be able to do a lot more. We can spend like actions to do different things with those points, but as of right now, that's kind of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get your unarmored defense
And we get unarmed strike too. So if we make a weapon, it's under all of martial arts there. If you have the page open, so if you attack with a monk weapon, then you can you can also do an unarmed strike, and if you hit, you roll a d4. So
Can I get one hit dice? I imagine.
yes.
Yeah.
And what do I get for hit points?
You'll start with
8.
10.
Yeah, 8 plus your con. So
Yeah.
8 plus con. Okay.
yeah, we get a lot of stuff at later levels, but
Yeah.
nothing really right now.
0 key.
I might actually probably be able to like copy and paste these over to you, so you don't have to type anything out.
What are these?
So I just added the martial arts, and I can't do the other one, but I can add the martial arts for you. So it's under that feats thing, so that if we wanted to, I think you can just click it. There, I clicked it. So if you want to just copy and paste that over, so you know exactly what it is.
Did you put it in Discord?
No, it's in Roll20 on the chat log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll just need to fix your armor class. Near the top of the sheet next to spells. If you click on the page settings there.
Okay, yeah.
In the center column, you'll see the armor class tracking under attribute options.
Armor class tracking automatic.
Yeah, so switch that to custom.
Yeah.
And then where it says none and none, switch that to Dex and Whiz. And that'll automatically adjust your armor class to where it should ought to be. Oh, wait, and then go back there again.
Okay.
Where it says initiative modifier, because the Dire Elf, you get the +1 initiative. You can go ahead and throw a 1 in that initiative modifier in that same box.
And I also break any ties go to me. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's part of the Dire Elf?
There's also
Yeah.
some other stuff that's really cool.
Dope. Well, I can, like, burn things and stuff, so, like, you know.
You're going to be, like, starting fires in your hands, and I'm just going to be killing everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Fire, guys. Fire.
Fire, guys, fire. There's.
I'm an entertainer. Fire.
Dude, yeah, my guy's gonna get pissed. Oh,
So, yeah. Is there anything else I need?
a name. I need a name, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, aside from like names and like,
Send-
you know, just
Filling out more
putting in
facts.
all of your,
Yeah.
exactly, like in your
Flaws and
racial and
bonds.
flaws, bonds, your racial features, your class features, aside from just filling all that in, I mean, that's pretty much about it.
Yeah.
You know, put the rest of your equipment in the list. You know, tool proficiencies and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can
How
add.
do I add my gothic trinket for my story?
Does it have like an actual effect?
No, it's just a thing I have.
I think you can just, if you go in on your character sheet and go to bio, you can just type it somewhere on there, like additional features and traits or treasure, background, that kind of stuff. Like I think my dude's gonna play the flute. Gonna have a flute, not the bagpipes. Seem a
The
little.
flute instead of the bagpipes.
Yeah.
The Yaz flute.
Is there anything else that you like for the Patreon videos? Is there anything that you want to share with us other than the handout that you shared with us about Emberfall or about the campaign, anything really that's specific to this that would be fun that doesn't give us too much information, obviously?
Nope. No.
You're like, no, there's nothing.
You know, I tell you, I'm planning like more of a straightforward campaign, less sandboxy than others I do, and part of the reason for that is because of the nature of I mean, we're doing this for a streaming audience.
Yeah.
So you know, my other games, I tend to let them just go wherever they want, do whatever they want, like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we wind up playing for like 6.5 hours. While I'm like, all right, well, just give me a minute here. I need to retool a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, it's going to play out like almost like the recent campaigns that Wizards has been putting out. It's like, you know, I've got like a whole storyline planned in my head, based around the town of Emberfall.
Yeah.
Which isn't to say that you guys can't go wandering elsewhere. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I've never really been the type of player or wanted to be the type of player that was like, oh, you put in all this prep work? No, I'm going to do the exact opposite. You know, I want to at least investigate and stuff. So I think we're all kind of like that. We want to have something to do. Because a lot of times when players choose to go off the beaten path, they get lost so easily. And then they have no direction. They don't know what to do. They're like, so it'll be fun. But yeah, dude, you did a killer job on the handout that you sent already. And then all of this is really cool to read about Ember and to know about the taverns, the names of them, the inns, the religion that they have here, government, economy. Super cool to read.
Yeah, and I would also like everyone to think before session 1, like what you're doing in Emberfall. Like, you know, like for instance, you know, Pry, are you going to be like, are you a member of the Emberfall City Watch, or are you City Watch elsewhere and you're just here? You know, what's everybody doing there?
Maybe I'm investigating a murder that brought me to Emberfall.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. That's really cool. You have to figure out. I think I kind of already know.
Since you read my backstory, can I just be trying not to die? Trying to find a purpose?
Sure, that's absolutely cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and Emberfall is a good place to try to do stuff like that.
Is Pry investigating my family's death? Because I'm involved in that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Perhaps,
Yeah, if you guys want to send me, you don't have to, but if you want to send me like some backstory information, like that'd be great. You could either send it to me like through Discord or
Yeah. It was nice to kind of like shoot over ideas because obviously when I was thinking about being a fire genasi, I was like, I have no idea like what's planned for, if they're even frequent, which obviously they're not,
Yeah. I almost did a genasi monk as well.
Yeah.
So that would have been hilarious.
That was cool. Yeah, we just in case we do the same thing. Oh my god, we're doing the same thing.
He'd be like, fire, and I'd be like, water. I wish.
You set him on fire again, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited. I think like this is one of the first campaign. Well, the first campaign that I'm playing in that really feels it's very compact and put together. Like you seem to know exactly, like in your head, you know exactly what Emberfall is, what's around it, and what people are doing around it and why, which feels really cool as a player. Because then you just kind of feel confident in knowing that you're going to walk into something that doesn't feel random. That feels like it has a purpose, which is fun.
Right. Cool.
So, yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for me as a DM? I mean, I know some of you guys have watched me playing that my other campaign.
Trying to think of questions because I know I asked about are there any like races that we could have chosen? Are there any like things that are extinct that like maybe we wouldn't know about as characters in the world or anything like that?
As like potential player races or?
Yeah, like for instance, in
just,
like the campaign that I do, like Dragonborn and like
Mhm.
dragons are extinct; they're not really around, or people don't know where they're at. So I didn't let anyone pick Dragonborn, as well as I made like Tieflings. They're obviously like they look like devils, so they're considered evil, and so I didn't let anyone pick Tieflings for a specific reason. But is there anything like something like that to where we know that like all Tieflings are bad or all whatever, where we might be predisposed to hating something or someone?
Drow primarily.
Drow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I mean, they're hated
Tiefling
normally, right?
Exactly. But I've come up with a couple of campaign worlds where even though they're not trusted, they're not downright hated. Like, but people just generally won't like you because you're a drow.
Yeah.
But you can get around. Whereas, like like this campaign, like I said, if you wanted to, had selected a drow elf.
Is your drow society like Faerunian drow society, where the females are in charge and the men are lowly slaves?
Yep.
Or should have been a drow.
But I mean, there's nothing that's necessarily extinct, and aside from the drow, like nothing's really seen as like flat out evil. Back in 3rd edition, I used to do that with the Tieflings, but they've become such a popular race.
Yeah.
That I don't want, like, a lot of people want to play Tieflings, and I don't want to make it super difficult for them to do that.
For sure.
So I've given the Tieflings like a lot more acceptability. I mean, people just be like, I don't like you. You're scary looking. I just stay away from my kids.
Right.
But
Yeah.
they're not going to be like, oh, you need to leave.
Yeah. Or we're gonna murder you right now. Type
Right.
thing. Cool.
You will get that if you're a drow.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. So basically, like, if we see something that may resemble that, we know, like, we might want to kill them. Just from stories and things that we've probably been told throughout life.
Yeah, like no one in this world, or at least in like the region that you guys are in at the moment, like no one has got a good story about a drow.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
I was gonna say people are gonna be disliking me as well. So
For a dire elf?
Yeah, from what I read in the backstory, they're not really that accepted.
Yeah, they're not super accepted. Like, well, they're more accepted amongst like humans and such like that than they are around like elves or orcs. Like
Right.
orcs are just like, orcs are just like, what is that thing? This weak, puny thing.
Yeah,
And the elves are just like, what is that
us, but yeah.
beast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Just that's really funny. That's really cool, though. You did another one too, right? We had the dire elf, and there was another one that you added.
Plains dwarf.
Plains dwarf, yeah.
Yeah, which nobody has played yet. So most of the Plains dwarves are NPCs.
Yeah.
But I designed them for a different world. I had built like shortly after 5e came out, and I was like, I'm gonna have these dwarves like living in the plains. And I like them enough that I've included them in everything else I've done so far.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They're just less isolationist, so they've trimmed their beards and they've come out of the mountains a little bit. They don't stray too far from them.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like it.
Does anybody else have any other questions for Mondo or for any of the other characters to ask or talk about? So we have 2 monks and we got a rogue, and then we'll have to figure out what Nif decides to do.
I would laugh if he rolls with a rogue, or not a rogue, but a monk.
rogue
because
or a monk.
He wanted to do it random.
Well, I think he's like, can I roll for it? And I was like, sure, do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. So, cool. Well, super impressed with the handouts and the map that you've done. So I'm really excited. It makes me even more excited to play. We're going to start next Sunday, so the 15th of December. Unfortunately, the following week, I think the majority of us will be in Long Beach, California at TwitchCon, so we'll have to postpone that week to the next week, but which is a little sad, but then we'll be good to go the next week after that.
Cool.
Correct? Right? Everyone will be back home by the weekend. Okay, cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah, just stuck. Cool. So yeah, we'll at least get one weekend, and I think we all decided that we were going to do a 4-hour cast instead of the 3-hour cast, so we'll actually get more D&D in that way too. And we'll try and keep the pre-shows quick and short, in 15 minutes. Just talk, say what's up, and then go.
The pre-shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
drag
'cause
on a
once
little bit
again-
sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to know that because of the nature of what we're doing, like for streaming
Yeah.
audience. Because I mean, my other game, if I just got enough stuff for like a couple of hours, I'm just like, well, we're gonna end it early if you guys just want to hang out or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like like last night we could go 6.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So like, I want to try and just get some like story beats. And I mean, if it winds up going long or something needs to be continued the week after, I mean that's I'm fine with that. But if I can try to keep it sort of concise, that'd be cool.
Yeah. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can to do that. Well, awesome. I think we're all done. Thanks, guys, for doing this. Mondo, we'll talk, and I'll try and just connect you with Nif to see if we can get it filmed. If we can't get it filmed, then create a character with you through Discord or whatever it might be. But thanks for doing this, guys. I really appreciate it. And everybody over at Patreon, thanks for supporting it. We'll be starting again, like I said, October 15th, 7 p.m. PDT. Much love, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.